It's tea time. Come on in, y'all. Time to take a little break today. Have you got your cup of tea ready? Mine is hot. I've been letting it steep for about 25 minutes, but it's still real hot. So get on in here. We're going to draw something out of our wise old owl in just a few minutes when we get everybody seated and ready to go. Please share, as Leanne says, sharing is caring. So bless others by letting them take a break and joining us for our tea time. There's Melissa. Get on in here, everybody. It's been a frustrating morning. My morning video would not download. It would download. I downloaded it 3 times. If at first you don't succeed, try again. So I did it 3 times, and then I called Justin. I said, son, I can't get my video on YouTube. And he said, Mom, you may be having internet issues. And when I thought back to listening to Leanne's 1 o'clock show, I was having a little intermittent stuff happening, and I blamed my internet. I was just letting it go because it would catch right back up real quick. But so I turned my Wi-Fi off on my phone, and now we're doing this video on the phone, and on the phone with no Wi-Fi. So folks, we're going to get it eventually. I just touched my nose. I'd forgotten to do it. And here we have it. Let's see. So, we're getting close. 200 people, we draw one. I'm going to stir them up. I'm going to grab one out. I got one. You just never know what we're going to talk about. Then I rearrange my teapot and my owl, getting ready for tomorrow so I don't mess up. It's preparation. There's my sister. So, let's see what it says. Oh, this is huge. This is huge. What's holding you back? Is your unforgiveness holding you back? That's a big one. Because a lot of times we don't know that we're holding grudges and being hateful on the inside. We have to practice forgiveness. The Bible teaches us to forgive 7 times 70. That's 490 times. 7 times 7 is 49, and add a 0. 490 times. And, if you have to forgive somebody that many times, they may be a negative person in your life. Go figure. I'm just saying. But being forgiving, automatically accepting. My husband ran into somebody at the grocery store who had been hateful to us. And he waved great big, and we've forgiven this person. So, what is going on outside? Something's going on out there. Anyway, somebody just posted, for unforgiveness is like you taking the poison to kill the other person. So forgiving, making amends, if you've done something to harm somebody, they probably don't even realize that you were offended by something. So we have to learn to practice forgiveness. And what does that look like? What does that look like? Well, many, many, many years ago, Justin was 7, 8, 9, and I had been dealing with my unforgiveness of my father. Now, Mother had brainwashed us children that Daddy was a bad man. Daddy wasn't a bad man. He just couldn't get along with Mother. And it is what it is. Some people aren't made to be together. But Patty calls me up one day and she says, Daddy wants to see you. And I said, okay. But I had, for Lent, I had been working on praying for him. And, praying for somebody that you perceive to have hurt you, praying for that person is a wonderful way to forgive. It really is. And if you have people in your life and you don't know how to pray for somebody that's harmed you, then send me an email to flylady@flylady.net with how to pray in the subject line. flylady@flylady.net with how to pray in the subject line. And I'll send you an outline on how to set the stage to pray for someone who has harmed you and that you have hard feelings toward. Praying for an enemy. This is powerful stuff. It can change your life. We have a whole chapter in our book, Body Clutter, about unforgiveness and what it does to us as a human being. So we have to let go of the anger and resentment we have toward people. They may not have to let go of theirs because they may not even know that you're holding this resentment inside of you. But we have to let go of it for our health. When we hold this stuff inside, it causes us to be sick. So let's drink up. Another thing to do to get rid of this anger and stuff that you have welling up inside you towards somebody else is write it down on a piece of paper. And then take an aluminum pie plate and go outside and set it on fire. Or throw it in your fire pit and set it on fire. And watch it go up in smoke. And watch the smoke. It's almost like a form of meditation to watch the smoke go up, because they're kind of like prayers going up to heaven of asking God to release you of this anger and resentment that you have for somebody, because that's not healthy for you. It is not healthy at all. I want you to feel free to love everyone. Now that doesn't mean you might have to walk away from some negative people in your life. I'm not telling you that you have to keep staying good friends with them, because when a person shows you who they are, you forgive them, but then you got to be wary. You've always got to protect yourself, and you got to sort of realize that you can't be around those people. And this is really strange, because Scott Adams talked about this today, about letting go of the negativity. And here we draw out of our little wise old owl unforgiveness. We don't have to be around those folks. The negative Nellies in our life, we don't have to be around. We can choose to surround ourselves with people who build us up. So here's to letting go of our anger, our unforgiveness, and replacing it with love and kindness. And it starts with love yourself. It starts with loving your neighbor as yourself. You have to love yourself first. Drink up. You just have to savor it. You need to read the Book of Tea. It talks to you about how to enjoy a cup of tea, the whole process of making tea. It's wonderful. So be kind to yourself. Set yourself up for success by letting go of the grudges, because grudges do nothing but hold you back. Now, I've had people in my life that have hurt me, but I have forgiven. There's no but to it. The forgiveness is done, but I don't choose to associate with them any longer. Don't choose to associate with them any longer, because I can have a life without them in it. Scott Adams is the cartoonist for Dilbert. He has an MBA in economics, and he is an entrepreneur. He has a website called it's an app called Interface by WinHub, and he thinks in terms of opening up your mind. He helps you to open up your mind to accept things. So forgiveness is a powerful, powerful tool that we have to change the way we feel inside. So when my sister said, Daddy wants to see you, I said, okay, tell him to come. Tell him to come to my house. And he came to my house, and that's when I got to meet my baby brother, Clifton. It was probably the last time I saw my father. It was the last time I saw my father. Justin was 9 years old. Clifton was a toddler. So it's kind of, forgiving people. And eventually I called Daddy and talked to him about how I was feeling, and we made amends. It was in the 90s, early 90s that I did that. And I was grateful to do that because he died the next year. I was grateful to have done that. And treating people the way you want to be treated, and loving each other, and loving like there is no tomorrow. Loving like there's no tomorrow is good. Now, I'm going to talk to Leanne if she's on here. We've got to leave your house right at 1 o'clock so I can get my hair done at 2. So I will pick you up at 1 o'clock. So you might have to do your show at 12:30 or earlier. Anyway, so folks, here's to forgiving those who have harmed you, recognizing how they've harmed you, and letting it go up in smoke. Forgiving them, and even Christ forgave the people that put him up on the cross. Forgive them, Father, they know not what they do. When we can live a Christ-like existence, PM will do it in the car. You're so funny. Okay, we will. That's good. I'll drive and you can, they like our road trips. That'll be fun. So let's forgive each other. Let's love each other and be kind to each other. And sometimes you have to realize that, but you have to let go. You don't have to let them bother you. The best revenge you can get, you want to hear this? You want to hear what the best revenge you can get? You let God get it. God will take care of all your revenge. He will heap coals of fire on them if they don't change their ways. Coals of fire on their head. And we have to forgive ourselves too in the process. Because we make mistakes. We've made a lot of mistakes, but we need to forgive ourselves through this whole process. Yep. And another good revenge is success. Because if you're successful in your life and you're happy, that's the best revenge there is. So I love you all. I will see you tomorrow morning. It's anti-procrastination day. And you know what that means? It's my haircut day. And for you, we're in our living rooms. And so we're gonna take care of some procrastination that we've been putting off. So drink up, folks. 15 minutes on the nose. I don't know how I do that. I love you all. See ya.